Well, good evening, everyone. It's Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 26th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far, but it had a great Sunday evening. Everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because you know the weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we'll be taking a look at your local weather reports across the forecast area, which includes the satellite imagery here across the lower 48. And also, we have a hurricane down in the eastern Pacific right off the Mexican coast. Also, we'll take a look at your local forecast for your Sunday and Monday. Also, take a look at your current watch and warning advisory map currently across the nation. Take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2 and 3, which is Monday and Tuesday. And take a look at the high temperature for your Monday at the end of the video. So make sure you stick around to the entire video. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, if you know anybody wants to join the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, send them my way. Love to have them. Alright, here's a hurricane down here in the eastern Pacific, which will continue to pull away from the region and head same direction as that other hurricane moved in the eastern Pacific. That will continue to just kind of move in this direction here. We can see clusters of showers and storm across Central America, also down toward the Yucatan Peninsula, across southern Mexico, South America. Activity in the eastern, got a couple of tropical waves right here, I think, east of the Leeward Islands. Here's one here, one there, and then we got a cold front up here from the north central tropical Atlantic stretching to Florida, including the Bahamas, and some activity across the Carolinas and Georgia, stretching way up here to Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Also across the region around northern Michigan as well. More activity across Mexico, stretching into areas of Arizona, all the way in through Wyoming, Utah, and also to Montana. Got another little storm system trying to move into the Pacific Northwest around Washington State and British Columbia region also. Alrighty, let's continue to roll forward and take a look at your local forecast for your Monday, and it shapes out to be like this here. Shower activity over here in Washington State, around British Columbia. Severe weather up here from Wisconsin to Michigan to Indiana, Illinois to Kentucky to Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Have thunderstorms and showers elsewhere from North Dakota to Wyoming to Utah to Arizona to Mexico to Colorado to Iowa to Missouri to Mississippi, Louisiana to the Florida Keys, the northeastern Gulf, western Atlantic, right along the east coast of the U.S. from Georgia all the way up to areas of Rhode Island. And then we got more activity from New York State to northern Maine, up here around Ottawa and Toronto, Canada, around Lake Erie and Lake Superior regions also. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Okay, let's move on into your Tuesday forecast now. And as you can see, we got the warm front, cold fronts, dry fronts, also troughs, low pressure system, high pressure systems located on your forecast area for your Tuesday and also for your Monday as well. Shower activity over in Washington State, Northwestern. And it finally is reloading the map here. Well, like that, we had shower activity over Washington, Northwestern Oregon. Severe weather from South Carolina through eastern Tennessee, Kentucky to West Virginia to Maryland, D.C., Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina. Heavy rain, flash flooding up here in Pennsylvania, New York State, Connecticut to Rhode Island. Then we got thunderstorms and showers elsewhere from Wyoming to Arizona to Mexico to North and South Dakota to Kansas to Arkansas, from Illinois to Georgia, central and South Florida, Florida Keys, South Carolina to Maine, also from Ohio to New York State as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's continue to roll forward and take a look at your current watch and warning advisory map currently across the nation. Alright, from Texas to Florida to areas of Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky to Minnesota to Montana, Wyoming, also to Idaho, Utah, Colorado, and also New Mexico, also in this portion of California in the orange. That is heat advisories. And elsewhere we have in the central portion of the U.S. from Mississippi to Minnesota, once again to Montana, California, Nevada, and Oregon. That's excessive heat warnings, and also in Montana. And then we have areas of gray, which is air quality alerts in Oregon, Idaho, Washington State, and portion of Montana. Flood watches in effect over here in portions of New Mexico. Severe thunderstorm watches and warnings over here in Kentucky and Indiana. We have a tornado warning also in effect for southern Illinois, and we have some river flood warning across South Texas. Alright, smoke crack advisory for Southern California to Central California, Southern Hawaii and China with high surf warnings there, and around the Alaska region, smoke crack advisory. Central and North and the tan, special weather statements, and that little purple is winter weather advisories. Okay, Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 2, which is Monday. Shapes up to be like this here. We have a marginal rest over here around Tucson, Arizona, Cheyenne, Wyoming to McCook to Colby, up toward Rapid City, and then over here around northern Michigan down to Nashville, Tennessee to Raleigh, North Carolina to Scranton, Pennsylvania. We have a slight risk from Marquette, Michigan to Louisville, Kentucky to Cleveland, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alright, tornado probability 2% around Milwaukee, Chicago, Fort Wayne down to Indianapolis. Damaging winds, we have 5% across Tucson, Cheyenne, McCook, Colby, Rapid City, Duluth to Nashville to Richmond, Virginia, Scranton 5%, 30% around Fort Wayne, 15% around Green Bay to Louisville to Pittsburgh. Alright, that was damaging wind, large hail, 5 to 15% up here around the Great Lakes regions as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 3, which is we have a slight risk from areas of Charlotte, Raleigh, Roanoke up to Washington, D.C., Wilmington, Delaware. Marginal risk elsewhere from New York City to Wilmington to Columbia to Chattanooga, Cheyenne to Rapid City. General thunderstorm elsewhere. Probability looks like this: 5 and 15% along the Mid-Atlantic, Southeast, 5% over here around South Dakota, Wyoming area, and Nebraska. Alright, finally, here's a look at high temperatures for your Monday, and we're looking at temperatures pretty hot across much of the nation. Let me see, go back to here. Here we go. You can see we have about 105 for the Panhandle of Texas, 102 in portions of Kansas, 101 in Nebraska. We got 90s over here in the southeastern U.S., 99 down towards southern Georgia, northern Florida. We even got low 80s up around Maine, upper 70s to mid 70s in Washington, and then we got around 80 to 110 degrees over in portions of Nevada and Arizona. But here's your temperatures for your Monday. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.